I need to talk to you about a national security risk that nobody has even heard anything about. Now, I know that we're all really concerned about Brooklyn Beckham's childhood trauma and his growing up in the spotlight, and many more of us are even more curious about how Victoria Beckham danced at his wedding. However, a government report came out last week about a major national security risk due to biodiversity loss, and I think that this is something that we all really need to know about. So the average size of monitored wildlife populations has dropped dramatically by 73% between 1970 and 2020. Populations of vertebrate species have declined by 68%, and freshwater ecosystem populations have shown the largest losses, falling at 84%. This is the sixth mass extinction event and it's underway, and the rate of extinction is tens to hundreds of times higher than the average over the past 10 million years. Biodiversity loss is putting at risk the ecosystem services on which human societies depend, including water, food, clean air, and critical resources. The impacts will range from crop failures, intensified natural disasters, and infectious disease outbreaks to conflict within and between states, political instability, and erosion of global economic prosperity. Increasingly scarce natural resources will become the focus of greater competition between state and non-state actors, exacerbating existing conflicts and starting new ones, as well as threatening global security and prosperity. A 1 percentage point increase in food insecurity in a population compels around 1.9% more people to migrate. There is an increased risk of serious and organised crime looking to exploit and gain control over scarce resources. People being pushed into poverty mean more opportunities to exploit, with people trafficking and black markets in scarce food, pharmaceuticals and critical minerals. The UK imports about 40% of our food from overseas, 25% of which is from Europe, and we're also heavily reliant on imports for fresh fruit, vegetables, sugar, and animal farming at current levels are unsustainable. The UK does not have enough land to feed our people and rear livestock, and wholesale changes in what we eat are required in order to do this. So encouraging local farmers to produce fruits, vegetables, grains and pulses in the UK will be really vital if we're going to be able to have a sustainable food system in the future. If you think that this news story is more important than anything else that you've heard this week in the news cycle, please do share this with family, friends and loved ones. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm just as interested in Victoria Beckham's new eyeliner as the rest of the country. I just checked, it is sold out. However, I do believe this is a far more important issue. Second thing you can do personally is eat a more plant-based diet and limit your meat and dairy consumption. This will inherently have a huge impact on your own personal ability to affect these issues in your life and the lives of your loved ones. And number three, contact your local government representative. Make sure that they're aware of this report and that it's front and centre of their policy, especially when you're coming to use your vote at the next election. And as I said, please do try and share this with as many people as you can.